Meta Platforms have agreed to a settlement of up to $16+ billion to resolve allegations from 29 U.S. states that Facebook and Instagram were designed to addict children and mishandle their data. This agreement, which halts a major federal trial in California, addresses claims that the tech giant misled consumers regarding platform safety. Joining us live, the Attorney General for Indiana, Todd Rokita, to talk about this. And also, we're going to talk about the power outages in Indiana ahead of a next round of storm. Attorney General, thank you for your time this morning. First of all, your reaction to this settlement from Facebook.
Hey, well, they needed to settle because they intentionally went after kids for profit, right? So they took our best and greatest asset, best gift from God that we've ever been given. It's our children, and used them to make money. And we were about ready to prove that in trial. So luckily for them, we settled, and it's a landmark settlement. Indiana alone is going to get anywhere from $296 million to $410 million over the next several years.
So a settlement is financial and it is accountability in one way. But what else would you like to see from these platforms moving forward to safeguard our kids from these addictive qualities?
Well, your observation is absolutely correct, and I agree with you. This is just financial. What we did get from them in addition to the finances are a lot of it what we call in legal terms injunctive relief. So they have to change their behavior, and we're going to be monitoring that. Their predatory practices are to cease and desist. They are to have stops, for example, in the amount of time people under the age of 18 can actually be on the applications. We're putting different safeguards like that in technology similar to keeping people under the age of 18 off pornography sites. We're going to be employing some of those tactics as well. And as technology improves over time, so will our monitoring and so will the things that we ask them to do.
Do you also think there's a necessity for more federal oversight on these companies as we navigate the waters of technology, especially when it comes to our youth?
I don't think that we have to spend a bunch of taxpayer money on it, but sure, more hands and eyes and ears on this in terms of the federal government. Yeah, that's all welcome. The fact of the matter is, and one of the reasons I'm not a congressman anymore and I'm the state's attorney general is because states are getting the job done, frankly. Federal government can't barely tie its shoes. And that's not a comment on President Trump. Doesn't matter who the president is. It's as Doge points out, it's the government is too big. Meanwhile, states are the ones that got this job done. And because we're nimble, we can react, and we can act with a lot less bureaucracy.
Finally, what is your message to parents? Because you know so much about this topic and you've seen the harm that these sites can cause. A lot of parents feel as though they have very little control. It's tough to monitor because the devices are in our kids' hands all day long. What is your message about the risks?
Well, Kathy and I are the parents of two boys, so we get it. And that's one of the reasons I was helping to lead this case and others like it, is because it's hard to be a parent these days. It's a great question that you ask. Ultimately, it's the parent's job to raise your children, not the attorney general's, not Meta's, your job. But we can at least be helpful to parents in this day and age where technology is so invasive and omnipresent in our lives, to help guard against the predatory nature that Meta employed, and Meta and its subsidiaries employed here. So parents first, always parents' responsibility first, but governments can come alongside and help parents not make the job so complicated.
Right. And recognize the danger is here. It's in your home. So it is our job to address it. Let me ask you about the next round of storms heading to your state of Indiana. I was there a week ago as southern Indiana was cleaning up from that historic and devastating flooding. The power companies have been slow to get the power back on, especially in northwest Indiana. Gary is one of the spots. What failures have you learned of in the process to restoring power during this summer weather?
Well, thanks for coming last week. I have traveled over 3,000 miles since August 11th. My team has driven another 7,000 miles. I've been in by tomorrow, I will have been in over 20 cities. My team, another 40. So we're canvassing the area. Our main mission is guarding folks against scams, right? These contractors and who would gouge prices, who would take down payments and run, that kind of thing. With regard to the power outage of NiSource and NIPSCO, yes, it's terrible. I've gone door to door. I've been through people's basements with tears in their eyes in their living rooms. I've given hugs when hugs was the best thing that they needed right then. And then I've given a lot of advice afterwards. So the governor, our governor, has said he's going to start an investigation through his agency. That's fine. We'll see where that goes. Got to give a little grace. We had a hurricane-like situation here. But in states that get hurricanes, and Indiana does not, but power companies in states that get hurricanes like Florida, my counterparts and others down there are telling me that they're up with power in 4 or 5 days. And my mother, I'm from Lake County, the area you're talking about, my mother even didn't have power for nearly 2 weeks. So you give a little bit of grace, but not this kind. This is a problem. And I bet if and when I get involved, what I'm going to find out is that they put, again, like Meta, they put profits over their people. There's an inherent conflict of interest when a for-profit power company has a fiduciary duty to its shareholders and a duty to its customers.
All right. Well, y'all have another round. Yeah, another round of storms. Come back as you investigate this further and let us know what you find, Attorney General.
Thanks for your interest. Appreciate it. We'll be back.
All right. Todd Rokita, thank you.